reports due to anti-gay law just yesterday as well. Here in the country, we had the Supreme Court, of course, staying with the judgment that it had made earlier regarding the association of the queer community, that is LGBTQ, and they have freedom and rights of association, and on technicality that Member of Parliament who had actually filed this petition, that he had no right to actually make that particular petition according to the Supreme Court. But what does it really portend even moving forward as well with the we-they siege mentality that we can see happening globally, them playing the victim, and now it's not about association, it's now mainstreaming this gay and the gender fluidity that now is overtaking the world, and people are talking about gender identity. Right now, we're not sure if you're a man or a woman. Even when you get, if you get a child in the hospital, now there's another box that you have to tick of options, neither. Whether you're neither. So it will be your decision. I mean, this is where the world is. But what we're talking about is, even as we are on that particular frontier, because these are different worldviews now that we are fighting, and it's a war of minds and ideology. And there we have a human rights lawyer, because now they will peg and say this is a freedom of association. But to what extent is a freedom of association where it is breaking from the norms of the anatomy of a human being, right? Where we know that the way you are, and this, I know philosophies will really fall in, and we talk about creationism, and we say, yes, we don't believe in creationism, we believe in Darwinism. I mean, there's so many things will come into play. We're atheists, we just believe in making our own decision. There is no supreme power, and these are the challenges that we're facing. Now, if I'm not sure that my son or my daughter in the next years will be a boy or a girl, how then do we protect our future generation from these ideologies that we're fighting with, that is being bombarded everywhere with the sitcoms and the movies, and there's such a mass culture that is invading our spaces. But they will always peg this on our rights. You are the human rights lawyer.
I don't know. I think this is this debate relating to the legalization of sexual minorities, that is gay, lesbian, and transgendered, is a heated one. I mean, we all know that. But I think it will be overstretching what the Supreme Court of Kenya has done, because I would be very concerned if the Supreme Court of Kenya in its decision would have pegged their decision on morality. But what the Supreme Court did, their lordships, what they did was, because that's their mandate, is to read the Constitution and provide the interpretation of the Constitution of Kenya. The right to freedom of association is a right, is a constitutional right. And if I can quote what the judges said in this, it's very simple. They say that it would be unconstitutional to limit the right to associate through denial of registration of an association purely on the basis of sexual orientation of the applicant. Okay. So if they would have based their decision on the sexual orientation of the applicants, that would be clearly problematic. But their lordships didn't do that. And I don't think that by affirming the constitutional rights of the applicants, it means that the Supreme Court of Kenya is attempting to moralize or legalize homosexuality. I don't think that's the case. Now, I'm also a Christian, and then I know my Christian values and what they tell me, but I think we have to be able to clearly make this distinction about the morality of this issue and the rights, the constitutional rights of individuals.
Well, I'm always reminded...
The bar, I cannot argue because I'm not allowed.